Bottom of the third inning from Isotopes Park, and Dom Nunez, the Isotopes catcher, takes a called strike. 1-0 Topes. Penultimate exhibition game for the Rockies. They'll be in Fort Myers, Florida tomorrow, off Wednesday. Season begins Thursday. And 0-2 on Nunez. Only run of the game in the second inning. Noel Cuevas doubled. Brian Mundell singled him home. How about the 2013 drafts, Billy? The Rockies selected John Gray in the first round, Ryan McMahon in the second round, Dom Nunez at the plate in the sixth round, Pat Valaika in the ninth round, and the guy on the mound, as the 0-2 is low, Chichi Gonzalez went 23rd overall to the Rangers in that first round.
The Rockies have built a system that's dependent on homegrown talent. There's a great note in today's news and notes in Albuquerque where it says it's 168 consecutive starts for Rockies starting pitchers that were all homegrown talent.
None of those are rehab assignments.
None of them rehab. Isn't that amazing?
Who was the last one? Who did not come through Albuquerque? It's not in the notes, I don't think, or is it? 2-2, hit well, left center. Dahl on the run, checks the wall, can't get it. One hopper off the wall. Nunez, just like Spilly predicted earlier, will stop at second with a double.
That's a nice swing from Dom. 2 strikes. Well, I'm telling you, today, on a game like today, players are going to be very cautious. David Dahl very cautious going after that ball in left center field. Had a chance to run up the berm, which is unique here in Albuquerque. And Dom Nunez is not going to take a chance to leg out a triple.
Here's Scott Bertram at the plate. First pitch, a called strike. We were talking earlier about Tom Murphy. In case you missed the news, Giants have claimed him off waivers. It was 2 years ago. Murphy gets through spring training healthy. It's the last workout before we get on a plane to go to Tacoma, Washington, and he strains his oblique throwing to second base.
When I got the answer of who had the start before the 168 consecutive, and it's funny that you mentioned spring training. Tyler Chatwood was that last pitcher. And on the last game, an exhibition game, Tyler Chatwood hit a triple back in 2014 where he pulled his hamstring, legging out a triple in an exhibition game. Ended up missing the first month of 2014.
Here's the 0-2 from Gonzalez. And that gets through Tony Walters back to the screen. Down to third goes Nunez. Looked like right through the 5-hole. Walters had a... I think Walters looked like, how did that ball get past me?
It's a wild pitch.
The Rockies are going to bring their infield in. Well, halfway in. That's a little outside for a ball. I have to admit, Spilly, that when I look out at the field and I see purple, my mind instantly thinks Isotopes, because while the Isotopes wear a billion different uniforms, the most popular one is the purple ones. The players like how they feel, but they also just like that it's purple, that it's the organization's color. So whenever I look out to the field and I see purple, my mind instantly thinks Isotopes. 2-2 is a little low. I guess I should let the audience know who's wondering, who is this guy that we're listening to? My name is Josh Suchon. I'm the play-by-play announcer for the Albuquerque Isotopes.
You're not just a play-by-play announcer. Today you were security guard, you were caterer, you've been grounds crew before.
3-2 fouled off.
I mean, you have done more in today than I think majority of us do in an entire year in baseball. So appreciate all the effort that you put into today so we can have the broadcast from Albuquerque.
Well, you big-time Major League announcers just hang out at the beach in Santa Barbara on the off-season.
And we wear sunglasses. And he also sent me a picture.
And the rest of us try to sell outfield fence signs. 3-2 is low, ball 4.
Check out what Josh left for me. If you can scroll in, this is a picture of me at UC Santa Barbara. Well, you don't want to see it really because I'm really skinny and small, but I do appreciate the effort to get a gaucho picture up here in the press box. Thank you.
We were hoping that you would just walk in and think, oh, wow, they've got my photo up here like they do everywhere else in America.
No, I just make sure Jack and Jerry can see it.
Here's Jonathan Daza with first and third, nobody out, bottom of the third. Second time through the Isotopes lineup. I have not seen Daza, but I am told that he is an electric player.
Well, he can run, but last year was dealing with hamstring issues.
That one's in the dirt, and that's going to allow Burcham to get down to second base.
Daza's hit over 300 at every level he's played at in the minor leagues. And the Rockies love him. He's a natural center fielder, cover a lot of ground. It's just getting him healthy, getting him on the field, which is the story of every player that has talent, is making sure you're on the field so you can play.
6'2", 190 from Venezuela. An all-star in the minor leagues each of the last 3 seasons. And that's into left field. That'll score Nunez. Here comes Burcham. Hampson's throw is in time and out at home. 2-0 Isotopes, but Garrett Hampson showing that his arm can play in left field.
One of the toughest throws for an outfielder comes from left field because the angle is completely different. And Hampson, shortstop by trade, played this perfectly. Allow your momentum to carry you through the baseball when you're making the throw. All he was trying to do is make sure he hit his cutoff man, which was Trevor Story. Daza proving again that he can hit. Hampson comes running through the baseball, makes a nice overhand throw. Ball carries right on line.
Here's Peter Moon. He flew out to left in his first at-bat. The Marlins organization last year, signed as a minor league free agent by the Rockies in the winter. This one's chopped foul up the first base line. Well, the thing about playing second base and shortstop for Garrett Hampson is you have to be able to throw from so many different arm angles. But in left field, it's just how much juice and how much accuracy you got.
That's true, but there's also, you can use your momentum to create extra arm strength. You can use your body by throwing through the baseball and running after it versus just rearing back and trying to throw it as hard as you can, which sounds counterintuitive. Sometimes the less effort you make in the outfield, the better the ball carries.
There's another chance for Hampson in left field. And just in front of the warning track makes the catch. Tagging is Daza with his great speed, and a good throw, almost got him. Arenado was sandbagging over there at third, nearly deked him into a double play. Well, that's another throw, Spilly, where his momentum was going back as he caught that just in front of the warning track. But then he got plenty on it.
Well, you got to be careful, too, if you're Garrett Hampson. Those are 2 pretty long throws, and if you're not accustomed to making those throws, I've seen guys get hurt trying to do stuff like that, especially when we talk about today's exhibition game. The biggest takeaway from today is leave here without getting hurt.
Here's Brendan Rodgers grounded out to short. Now Rodgers and Hampson very close. They've been teammates and roommates through multiple different stops in the minor leagues. Both of them have gone back and forth between second and short quite a bit. In case you're just joining us, Rodgers at third base today. How much do you think, I don't know that Brendan Rodgers will ever admit this, but when there's 3 straight shortstops that were drafted in the first round, and the first 2 get to the major leagues right away. Now those guys were college guys, Swanson and Bregman, and he's a high school draft pick. And I was looking at, here's the 2-0. Popped up on the infield. Trevor Story was still in AAA when he was the same age as Rodgers. Roberto Ramos makes the catch. We'll have to continue that topic when we come back. The Isotopes strike for another run. We are 1/3 of the way through here in Albuquerque. 2-0 Albuquerque.